All right, so here is the other sort of drama that's playing out. So Donald Trump goes to a town hall forum in New Hampshire. What was this, last night, right? And he hosted by Howie Carr, the right-wing talker from Massachusetts. And
I love how you can always bring that accent back out.
The idea is that he's going to practice, right? He's going to practice for this thing. And he's so defensive in the course of the town hall. First of all, they didn't let any of the
they
people
screened everybody.
They didn't let anybody ask questions directly of him. They made it all go through Howie Carr. They were supposed to take like 20 questions, and he left after like 8 or 10.
Did they play like a long game of telephone where the person whispered it to the next one?
Well, the point is they're afraid that the question was not going to be one that he was prepared to answer. This is his practice.
I'm tired.
And and so there was all those stories about advisors to Trump saying he's not going to be happy with Mike Pence because you don't beat the boss in golf, right?
Right, exactly. When you're playing you go out, you play tennis with that lead client, you let them.
Yeah, exactly. And here's Trump so defensive about that, addressing it.
Oh, let's get through.
You know, they always have a source. They always have a source. A source within, nobody talks to him. Nobody's talking because he's like the enemy. He's like the enemy. But he said, and a few other people said, Donald Trump was at first happy, and then he was unhappy because Mike Pence did so well. I said, unhappy? We're jumping up and down. He was so good. And I'll tell you what, he's a great human being. You can't root against him. You can't. But I was telling Chris, I said, can you imagine these people are saying that I would have loved to have, seen them not do well because that makes me look better. These people, that's why a guy like John King has stayed in the same position for like, how long has he been at CNN? I used to say, I think someday he'll be an anchor. Guess what? He's still doing the maps. But no, I was so happy. And I mean, I can give you my word on this. I was so happy that Mike did well. And I was rooting him on, and we were talking all during the day, and I was giving us some ideas, and we were running things by each other. And it's so disconcerting when you hear, even tonight, they said, Donald Trump is going to New Hampshire to practice for Sunday. This has nothing to do with Sunday. And it's like they make you into like a child. And this has I love the people of New Hampshire.
No self-awareness.
Well, first off, let's pull this apart here for a moment.
Oh my God, how many things?
First off, like, I was giving him ideas, and I was talking to him all day beforehand. And this is like coming with all the news reports that Pence is giving him suggestions on how to.
And Pence is telling him to be the same guy because Pence wants him to go out there and blow himself up. He's like, you did great that first debate.
We were workshopping ideas.
You should just go and be the same guy with that same passion and those same brilliant ideas. And you should whip out that Mexican thing.
Can you do the Pence squint?
Can you do this?
Can you do the
Pence
squint?
has an amazing squint, but also this sort of sense of like.
I like the serious nod.
It's an aggrievement, and it's sort of just like it's a patience. It's a very sort of like Christian fundamentalist thing, I think, where it's like, oh, you live in the profane world.
Yes.
And it's just.
You know what it is? I think I can tell you. It feels to me like, not that I can claim to be, a real Midwesterner. I'm not, not like my wife, but I've lived a little long enough. It feels a lot like a very sort of nice guy Midwestern, like who feels pained by your lack of.
It's just a shame.
Mike Pence brings Midwest nice, but behind so does Tim Kaine, who is Kansas City, but behind it, Tim Kaine actually, cares about people, and Mike Pence goes and hangs out with snake handlers. So that's sort of the difference.
On Ring of Fire this week, we reran where they're going to rerun the interview I did with a lawyer who sued Indiana. Mike Pence had cut off payments to parents who had foster care parents who were foster caring kids with mental disabilities, and had cut off like just any type of support for those folks. Hey folks, Sam Seder here. I just got back from a company-wide meeting. Accounting is really coming down on me hard. We need to get to 100,000 subscribers as soon as possible. So please enjoy this channel. Subscribe. Right up. right down there.